Why play Viego Jungle? Well, he is a great duelist, he snowballs incredibly hard, he's a resetting hypercarry, and he scales very well with items. However, he is squishy and can struggle to reset against hard CC, and you do need to roughly know the abilities of the champions you'll be possessing. Viego's passive is upon scoring a takedown, he creates a mist wraith of that champion. He can then attack it to blink to its location and become that champion, healing himself a decent amount. For the next 10 seconds, he becomes that champion, gaining their basic abilities, items, and stats. However, the ultimate becomes a free version of his ultimate. In addition, he gains bonus movement speed towards enemy champions. Viego's Q has a passive which causes his basic attacks to deal additional current health damage. It also has a second passive where his abilities mark enemies hit. Viego's first attack against a marked champion consumes the mark and hits them twice, healing himself. The active on the Q is a short-range straight-line skill shot which deals damage. Viego's W causes him to slow himself slightly and charge up a straight-line skill shot. Upon release, he dashes in a direction, throwing out the skill shot which will deal damage and stun the first enemy hit. This ability is also an auto-attack reset. Viego's E throws out an area of mist on the floor, and if this hits terrain, it spreads across the entire terrain. While inside the mist, Viego gains a large amount of bonus attack speed, and if he doesn't attack or cast abilities, he also gets bonus movement speed and is camouflaged. Viego's ultimate causes him to blink a short distance and place a circle on the floor. Upon arrival, he deals damage to the most wounded enemy champion and slows them. All other enemies are knocked back instead, and all targets hit by the circle are also dealt damage. For combos, a good go-to is to use W into E and use your double attack. After this, follow up with your Q into another double attack and ultimate. And when ganking, use E into terrain, following up with W into a double attack and Q into another double attack before using your ult. For matchups, Viego is great into damage heavy junglers who can simply stun and delete, and he can struggle against CC heavy junglers who will stop him from resetting. For runes, take this, he stacks Conqueror incredibly fast. For build orders, start Green Monster and Pot into a Kraken Slayer in tier 2 boots. After this, a Triforce and Sundered Sky are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, your main goal is to get your level 6 power spike as fast as possible. However, there are a few ways we can go about doing this. Firstly, you can simply do a full jungle clear. You have a good clear speed and do it fairly healthily, so this is always a good option. This also ensures you're level 4 when Scuttlecrab spawns, and you are also a great duelist. So if you do need to fight for Scuttlecrab, you'll usually have the advantage. Otherwise, you can prioritize getting a quick level 3 and looking for a gank. When ganking, always consider the 3 main points of where is the lane pushed to, what escapes does the enemy have, and what CC does your team bring. But if you can get on top of them and stun them, you'll have a good chance to get the kill. Entering the mid game, your fog and stun give you amazing objective control around neutral objectives. So control the area, pop out from camouflage, stun something and blow them up and convert them to objectives. Entering late game teamfights, play the resetting assassin. Wait for the fight to start and look for the opportunity to dash onto an enemy backliner and quickly blow them up. From here, simply possess them, use all their abilities and look for kill after kill.